As Hurricane Matthew inches closer to Florida's coast, hospitals across the state are preparing for the storm. That includes hospitals here in Jacksonville and the surrounding areas.
UF Health had a preparation meeting this afternoon to go over a checklist of supplies for each department. The meetings began 2 days ago and will continue until the storm is gone and no longer a threat. Channel 4's Heather Lee is joining us live. Now, Heather, what are the main concerns there at UF Health?
Well, two of the main concerns are flooding, rising water, and then, of course, the storm surge. We're actually at Hogan's Creek right now. This is a place that is notorious for flooding and for rising. Right now, it looks pretty good, but it could get worse as this week progresses. And something interesting, an interesting fact about Hogan's Creek, it actually runs underneath a parking lot of UF Health, and that is obviously a concern, and it's something that they are keeping an eye on.
Hurricane Matthew hasn't even reached the coast of Florida yet, but plans are being pushed into motion at local hospitals as we speak, just in case. Jennifer Sylvie, the UF Health Emergency Preparedness Coordinator, says it's standard practice.
We practice and drill throughout the year, so during a time of event, we know what to do and when to do it.
Right now, it's a matter of getting things in order, checking supplies, and making sure all areas of UF Health has what it needs to handle patients before, during, and after the storm hits. The hospital currently has about 18,000 gallons of water on hand. That's enough for 600 people for 3 days.
Even 96 hours out, we're planning small groups where we're talking to different units and different departments, looking at their needs, looking at supplies, looking at oxygen, making sure that our generators have gas. We are assessing our campus.
Our plans call for us to shelter in place, so we do not evacuate based on our emergency preparedness plans. Our big concerns here are obviously wind and flooding.
The St. Johns River could start getting backed up late Thursday and into Friday, which could impact the downtown when it comes to flooding. Greg Miller, the chief operating officer for UF Health, says it utilizes parts of the hospital that aren't being used.
We do have a number of, we'll call them mattresses and places that people can sleep. We also have, for staff purposes, there are some areas on campus where we can house staff.
We reached out to some of the local hospitals to see if they have any evacuation plans. We found out that Memorial, Mayo Clinic, and UF Health would not evacuate. They would shelter in place. Mayo was actually built to withstand a Category 5 storm, and Memorial has most of its patients on higher levels. So if there was ever a concern for flooding, they already have their patients on a higher level. Now, Baptist and St. Vincent's could evacuate based on storm surge. They have a few campuses around town and would evacuate if things got worse. Now, if you do have any special needs, let's say you have equipment that needs to be plugged in, or you need electricity, something like that, there actually is a shelter for special needs. It's not open at the moment, but if it were to be open, we have all the details posted on how you can get to it and what it entails on our website. That is news4jax.com. For now, we're live. Heather Lee, Channel 4, the local station.